to the Spot Real Talk. My name is Tiara.
I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Ron.
And we are doing our Quarantine Chronicles Happy Hour edition.
Yes,
I'm drinking my usual, my Malibu and ginger ale.
I got a little olive here. So, I've been kind of sipping on this before the show, but it is what it is.
I have like the sweet Stella Rosa red wine right now.
Ooh, that
and
sounds
hey, look,
good.
I just want to say to everybody, we're not trying to make you all out of lush, this ain't about lush life or anything. You can join the happy hour with tea, coffee, ginger ale, whatever. It's just what we do. And,
yes, please drink responsibly.
and right. And I don't have to tell you don't drink and drive, because you shouldn't be driving anyway.
Right.
Right. I don't plan to get on the wheel. I'm behind the wheel tonight. So I think I'm good.
All right. So give us a few secs and we'll be right back.
One burnt you, know that ain't cool. Wanna show you how I'm nothing like him. Swear that's the truth. So you can't trust.
All right, we are back. One of our favorite shows. Let's start that off. We've been waiting a long time for this. It's back, and if you know us, you know it's Insecure. So that's one of our shows that we love to discuss because, especially on the relationship side of things, there's plenty of topics that always come up. And, and Tiffany and Ron love to get into it about the relationships. And so this one,
Lawrence Hive.
Yes, Lawrence Hive is always popping.
Hey, look, this time, I don't know. I just don't know. Issa, she showed me some things this time, man. I just
Issa.
Don't know.
So many thoughts. But I'll defer to T to lead us.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and
so many visuals. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, visuals for sure was on. And speaking of the visuals, I noticed that in the credits, I don't know why I never really paid attention, but Melina Matsuka is the same one that did. She's the lady that was the director for Queen and
Slim.
She also does this show, and so I'm like, that's why the visuals is always popping.
Right. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So tell me, I was talking with Tiara just before the show. Yeah. Well, let me ask you again. What do you think about the first episode of season 4? And tell me, how did you feel? I mean, I know
it's going to be messy. You can tell from the beginning it's going to be a messy season.
Yes,
because the situation with Condola and Lawrence, and I immediately thought about Ron because we always talked about the girl code.
I couldn't wait.
I was like, yes,
I could not wait. I could not wait to talk to you about this.
And I was like, that's awkward. It's awkward.
Are you telling me that the girl code
is can be expected? I don't know if I could work with Condola.
Okay, so let's introduce that because we're talking about how this episode, actually last season, one of the final episodes last season, they were at Tiffany's baby shower, and Tiffany had all of these people over, but Lawrence was one of the few men that were there, and Condola is one of Tiffany's friends, and she kind of put Issa on with her to help her get her community outreach and block party stuff going, but unbeknownst to Issa, Condola and Lawrence actually hit it off at her party. And so Tiffany kind of is playing in the middle. She is Issa's friend, but she also has the other friend, Condola, that's dating Issa's ex. And so we kind of found that out this episode. And Issa and Condola, they just had the weirdest interactions, the awkwardness after they realized that, oh, okay, I'm dating her ex and she dating my old man. It got really weird.
But this girl code, I mean, is this girl code actually forever?
No, it depends on who it is.
Right.
It depends on who it is. It's if he was a random guy, that's one thing. But she was in a relationship with Lawrence for 5 years, and now
I'm saying in this scenario, is the girl code forever?
Well, I think it depends on who we're talking about here. Between Issa and Tiffany, I think girl code definitely should have been in play, because you don't put
one
of your new friends in a situation where they can hook up with one of your another friend's man.
But
like
Tiffany is
it's not like she orchestrated it or anything, but it definitely she should have
given her
heads up.
Yeah, but she's messy anyway. We know that, and I think
right.
That's
why I said the whole season is going to be messy.
Yeah.
Because starting with that with Tiffany. Now, Condola is innocent in this situation. It wasn't like they were like friends and she knew that she dated Lawrence. And because that's what you and I talked about girl code before. I'm talking about your homies that know that this was your man.
And this is what
and then dating them after the fact. That's two different things. Condola
that's what I'm saying, though, to Tiffany. But that's what I'm trying to bring out. I mean, as you said, Condola was very innocent in this whole thing. She had no idea what was going on. And, she got, I mean, that's like, she got bum rushed, with that.
She got blindsided.
Yeah. And so I'm saying for her, she didn't do anything wrong. But now it gets a little messy now, because
but at the end, she made the end of the show. At the end,
right. So basically she's saying at the end of the show, I forget this girl code. I like this dude, and I'm going to do what I want to do. And you know what?
I'm going to pursue it.
And Issa, and this is where I fault Issa, because, with this girl code, if you're going to play it off like you're not bothered by it, and then you're going to turn around.
Issa should have spoken up. But you know what though? Issa she was throwing shade. She was saying, "No, where's your ex, so I can run up on him." She was saying some little slip things and everything.
But you gotta be a grown woman. You're a grown woman. If you got a problem with it, say so. Don't just throw a little shade in. That could be taken as a joke.
But see, the thing is, I think it's not. She doesn't. Condola doesn't owe Issa any allegiance. They're not friends. They basically have a working relationship. Exactly. So I think the only thing that needs to be decided from here on out is, are we going to continue our work relationship, or are we just going to cut it off?
Well, you're both professional.
Like they do work well together.
Exactly.
And they were able to get what they want to accomplish. So after the Black Party, I think that they can just go ahead and go their separate ways, and Condola continue to date Lawrence, and Issa can continue to move on with TSA Bay or whoever.
Look, she was just
that ain't gonna work. I still think that eventually, and I don't know, it may be at the end of Insecure period. I still think that eventually Lawrence is gonna end up back with Issa.
Yeah, they both have.
I think they're not done.
No,
it's obviously it's a lot of unfinished business there.
Yeah. No, because one thing I noticed, Lawrence didn't fight too hard when Condola brought it to his attention, and he seemed to be very understanding. Most men would have said, "Hey, I don't know what you're tripping about. We dated 5 years ago, yada yada yada." But he seemed to be.
No, it wasn't 5 years ago. They dated for 5 years, but they haven't been broken up that long.
Right. What I'm saying is they dated for 5 years, but it didn't seem like Lawrence wasn't tripping about when he found out that Condola and had met Issa. Most guys would have said, "Hey, we dated for 5 years. We're no longer dating. Mm-hmm. It's over. Why are you tripping? Don't leave."
He was awkward.
Yeah, I think he was caught in between, because he still has feelings for Issa. And so I'm sure he was feeling, some kind of way about how she might take it. And, and plus he was trying to give her the courtesy of, making the decision. And that's very admirable of it.
Right. But, remember, he was supposed to go to the mixer.
Right.
He didn't go, did he?
Well,
Condola told him not to.
I'm getting ready to say, because I think Condola called him and said, "Yeah, it's probably best you don't go." And and that's, hey, but they're grown folks.
He probably wasn't going to go anyway now that he knew that Issa was there. He wasn't going to go as her date.
No.
I don't know. Lawrence had a little petty side last season.
He does have a petty side.
Yeah.
Lawrence Hive. He does have a petty side.
Well.
And who else who had a petty side last night? Molly.
I was about to bring Molly up.
Molly was a little, I wasn't really feeling Molly's energy last night. Molly, like she was saying, "I'm holding you accountable," but Molly, you need to be held accountable, because first of all, you were tripping on Andrew.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is the same cycle. Like Molly, it is self-sabotage.
Self-sabotage, yes.
I mean, you know, she gets into this relationship with him. I mean, she shows that she, you know, that she likes Andrew. And then the moment they have that little sexual, you know, encounter, she's ready to throw him to the curb.
Well, I think it's mainly
no.
he
He
expressed
said he
to
was
her.
dating other people.
Yeah, he expressed
She
that
knew
he was
that.
kind of
That's what freaked her out. That she
But-
wasn't exclusive, so she started tripping on it.
Again, but here's again, you know, you come into this relationship saying, "Hey, it's all cool. Whatever you do is fine." Then you get feelings, and you don't mention or you don't say anything. You just let it ride until it gets to a boiling point, and you have to do something like what she was doing.
Well, that's what I was saying. Her expectations, she did not make clear, you know, what she wanted. But at the end, I do give her kudos for, you know, at least calling him back when she left him a message and saying, I apologize. I'm sorry I was tripping. I basically realized that I like you more than I thought I did. And so I was like, that was big of her to come out and admit that.
Yeah, but then, you know, I didn't like what she said to Issa, you know.
No, I didn't like what she said to Issa at all.
Yeah.
Hence why they probably beefing, you know, now.
Yeah, they're in a weird space right now.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they're going to be able to. It seems like their whole little friend group is kind of off because it started last season where Tiffany started distancing herself from the group, and she had her two little friend groups, a more bougie kind of group, and then Issa and them were kind of like her, you know, ratchet kind of fun friends, and it seems like she couldn't mesh the two together. So the discord started last season, and now I see it kind of continuing on.
Yeah, she seems to me she likes to sabotage Issa's relationship, whatever's going on. She likes to just get in there and get a little messy, and then step back and watch everything fall. You know, and that's.
Well, you know, it's funny that you say that because there's an article today, and it's sentiment on Twitter. A lot of folks were mad at Molly. They were mad at Molly. They were like, "Oh, it seems like whenever Molly is miserable, she wants Issa to be miserable too." And there was a blog post following up on that saying like, what's up with Molly? Like, Molly's really tripping, and like, why can't she be happy for Issa's growth? Because like Issa was saying, you know, that she was fine with, you know, the situation with Lawrence, even though we can see that Issa's not totally fine with it. Right. It was awkward. It's still awkward. That's uncomfortable. I know it would have been uncomfortable for me to deal with that. And even imagine somebody you've been with for 5 years with somebody else and somebody that you know, and that party, man, was super ratchet. I mean,
her brother,
she saved the day.
The neighbor, he tripped me out. I mean, this young lady, she
was ready to get it popping up at the after party.
Oh my goodness, pushing up on Issa's gay brother.
I'm getting
and then the song that they started off with all the sponsors there. I said, oh.
But I was proud of the way Issa stepped up because we seen her in previous seasons be so kind of like timid and afraid to step up. And so she really is coming into her own where she's stepping up and taking the lead and really going after something that she's passionate about finally.
She handled that speech well.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she handled the speech well. And that's what
Kelly.
Let me deal with Condola. I think that's what made Condola think like, you know, hey, me and Issa are cool. Like, she's cool. We're in a space that I can go ahead and pursue this.
I don't know, because
she left that mixer and went straight to Lawrence's house.
Well, and that's the thing. Two things I want to mention about that because Condola mentioned or suggested to Issa to work. They each work half the room. Mm-hmm. Issa works one half, she works the other, because they kept bumping into each other during the conversation. And then the other thing, my thought was, shouldn't she have been there to help clean up and so forth instead of just bouncing and going straight to Lawrence? Because I think that, you know, once Issa finds out that she just bounced and went straight to Lawrence, she's gonna have a problem.
Well, I think it's a little different though because Issa is the property manager, so she's responsible for.
Yeah, but I mean, wouldn't you help your girl though? Wouldn't you help her clean?
But they're not friends. That's the thing. I think they have an understanding that we have.
They had a budding friendship. A budding friendship.
Right, but where they are right now, I think they realize that this is not going to be buddy-buddy. Like, we have a working relationship. Let's keep it that way. And
that's what Molly was saying. Molly was saying to her too, like, I don't know how you're going to be able to do that. Even though I didn't like what Molly said to Issa about holding her accountable, this and the other.
Right.
She did kind of have a point, like really, you gonna be able to do that? You gonna be able to work with this girl?
Right.
Yeah, but you're throwing doubt, and you're putting doubt back in Issa. I mean, let Issa handle it. That's an Issa problem.
No, she was wrong.
Yeah.
For the way she came at Issa.
So let me talk about Kelly a minute, and I want to talk about Kelly. But I mean,
Kelly is funny.
Kelly, I mean, yeah, she does. She really serves as the comedian in the whole affair. But she's so, with this highly sexual demeanor that she carries. I mean, for you two Black women, is that cool? I mean, is that something that you all, understand? Can you?
We have thing that kind of. I guess the only thing that kind of maybe rubs me the wrong way is maybe that it's playing into a stereotype.
Yes.
Because sometimes, and Kelly, she's a more voluptuous woman, and sometimes they kind of put that on a lot of, thicker women, that they are kind of like over sexual and they over like compensate and throw themselves out there.
Yeah,
and so I was just like, I wonder how that could be perceived. But I mean, if that's her personality and who she is for the show, I mean, I like Kelly. She owns who she is. She's strong and she's set in her personality and she owns it. So
no, I agree.
That's what I appreciated.
And that's what I felt. I mean, because she's a pretty young lady. She's a little heavy, but I mean, a lot of guys are like heavy women. So I don't think.
Looking at we have all sides. What we talking about, T? We talking about doing the Savage Challenge?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I've been seeing
ratchet.
Everybody.
Yes, nasty. Like, we have all sides.
Yeah, I mean, and beauty does come in all sizes. Does she have to be that flamboyant with her sexuality? I don't know. But, I think I appreciate it for the character that she's playing. And it is funny, and she does bring that kind of comic relief to the show. And that I appreciate, but sometimes she gets a little ratchet with that stuff.
Well, I was going to say, speaking of, thicker characters that we've seen in this episode, well, how did y'all feel about Issa's love scene with TSA Bay?
I told you off camera. I tweeted Issa and said, "What are you doing?"
I think I was eating. I was eating while I was watching, and I had to drop my fork. That was. I mean, I know the show can get raw, but that was.
Listen, I was like, Issa has been taking L's, and I just thought about. You know what I thought about? I was like, consequences, karma. I was like, she cheated on Lawrence with Daniel, and it's been downhill ever since. I was like, she with TSA Bay, she was with the other guy.
What was his name, Nathan?
I
forgot. I don't remember if that's the light-skinned guy that she had last season with the light eyes.
Yeah. But I liked him.
He was really sweet.
I did like Nathan.
Yeah, he just kind of went ghost though.
I do think he's probably gonna pop back up. So he was like, the depression and stuff. So he may pop back up. But ever since she messed up on Lawrence, though, she's been taking some L's. Because I'm like, what are you doing with TSA Bay?
But I mean, he wasn't. He's not all that. He doesn't seem like he's her type.
No,
but he definitely was a sweet guy. He was looking out with the confiscated Hennessy.
Look, he held her down at the mixer. He got everybody hyped.
He's supportive.
But I think he's just a piece. He's just a piece for
sure.
Yeah. But I'm like, but Issa can get a better piece than that. He can get a better. Look, for that much, you can go back to Daniel if you have a piece.
Yeah, but Daniel, that mix between she and Daniel, I don't know. It can get a little fiery because I think Daniel wanted more, and I just don't know. Going back to him would work out. I don't see that playing out.
I wasn't talking about to be together. Right?
I know what you were talking about.
I think Daniel would have been fine with that.
Right, no strings attached.
I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. But hey, it was funny though. I mean, they showed about every position you can think of and every angle. It was on. It was there.
Yeah.
So
I just saw his belly in every angle too.
right.
Yeah, all that jiggling going on.
Hey, come on now.
I
Come on
was
now.
like, Issa.
Hey, look, let's not discriminate, okay? Let's not discriminate.
Right.
I mean, she didn't seem to be enjoying it too much at first, but
No.
Well, he was attacking it. He wasn't, you know, he was trying to tear it up, I guess. I don't know what he was doing.
Well, some of us don't mind that if you know what you're doing.
You know what? I got to go back and read your resume, Tim, because I know there's a lot in it.
I said there's all sides. We have all sides.
okay. Well, overall, I think I enjoyed the episode. I always, just like I said, wish it was longer. And I'm looking forward to seeing what happens this season. Because like you said, Ron, I do kind of think that Issa and Lawrence have unfinished business. And I think that it's going to come back around, that they hook up at least one more time.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I just have a feeling.
Yeah.
I do. I think they still love each other. You know, I do.
And the sad part about it with Condola, because she seems to be smart, you know, she's got a good business head, she's pretty, she fits every mold that Lawrence could ever want. Right. And I'm gonna tell you, I personally like her over Issa. Let me tell you that you're
not alone, Ron. When I was looking at Twitter, there were some people saying, "Hey, I'm here for Condola and Issa."
Yeah, we got you.
Okay, we got you back.
No, that was my phone. Oh. So I saw online that several people said that they were here for the relationship for Condola and Lawrence.
They have chemistry.
And you know
they
what?
And plus because she's polished and
right, she's very
attractive and they have some things.
I think she's in line with where he's trying to go with his future, especially career-wise.
And personally, I mean, theoretically, this I know you got the girl code and everything, but they got to move on. Issa messed up. It's been a minute. Just move. You got to keep moving forward. And I think if Issa took it that way, she can get over this thing with Condola and Lawrence. Because I'm telling you, I can't wait for next week because it's going to be interesting how they play that out. Because you know, Condola said, "F everything. I'm going for what I want."
Yeah, when she showed up, when she showed
up, and once that gets to Issa,
she threw the gauntlet down.
Yeah,
she did. She threw the gauntlet down and
stuff,
and then we got to see what's happening with Issa and Molly, because it looks like their relationship. She's getting jealous of Issa's relationship with Condola and stuff. Like she's like Molly's
territorial with her friends,
and she's very insecure. Molly has some issues, some personal issues. She's got to go take to somebody, a psychologist.
But she's speaking to the therapist. She needs to stay in there with the therapist.
She really does, because it's what she did to Issa after the event. I just thought was a bit much, and
it was.
And with your problems, you have you can't be throwing stones because you live in a glass house for sure, and but yet she picks up a big rock and tosses at Issa's head with what she said, and I just didn't find that to be.
It wasn't cool.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't cool what she said, even the timing of it too, because Issa was just coming down from the success of the event. She's like, "Yeah, I got 30 sponsors,
exactly,
and everything," and then Molly drops that bomb on her.
Because
I hope Molly gets it together in terms of Issa and with Andrew, because I don't think that Andrew was upfront with her. He was giving her, the reality of the situation, and whether she wanted to embrace that or not, she should have been straight with him and really came out with her true feelings instead of trying to play it cool. But yeah, looking forward to next week. You guys in the comments, please let us know how you felt about the episode. Are you excited for Insecure to be back? Let us know how you feel about the new season so far, and please let us know about how you feel about the girl code situation too, because I'd be interested in reading how you feel about that, and with Issa and Condola and Tiffany, that whole situation. How do you feel about their loyalties there? Who owes who any loyalty?
Let us know what you think about Molly. TSA Bay.
And that peace.
Yeah.
Okay, well, before we get ready to close out, I want to remind you guys to follow us online. We are at the Spot Real Talk on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Make sure you click subscribe on our YouTube channel and click the notification bell so that you get alerted every single time we post. And we'll keep bringing you more insecure recaps, and of course doing our happy hours with you.
And we are reading your posts, and we are checking out some of the movies and stories that you want us to recap. So we'll definitely get to it as soon as we can. We're not gonna leave you hanging. We just we're a little busy even during this quarantine, but definitely keep us on tap with what you want to hear, what you want to see, because we love you guys and we just want to be there with you.
All right, any closing remarks, Tiffany?
Nope, I'm just looking forward to next week and more conversations about Insecure.
Okay, well, sounds good. I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna finish up my drink I got here. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. We had a good time with you as always, and we'll be back next week with another recap of Insecure Season 4, Episode 2.
Can't wait. See you guys.
Okay, guys. Good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Do you even know if I'm even around? And I have found lights that make me blind, and I'm losing my mind. And my name came up a lot of sounds, more when I was not around.